Greetings, Lady Shepsa Jones here from Let Go, Let Goddess, Sacred Sexuality Healer, Coach, and Author. Coming to share something very special with you today. As many of you know, I just published my fourth book called Wet. 30-day deep dive into sensual bliss and feminine pleasure. And this is actually a book that came from a coaching program that I had formerly called Sacred, wasn't called Sacred, it was called Sensual Goddess Bootcamp. And it was a book about sacred sexuality. And I took women on a 30-day journey with a different exercise every day to inspire them to connect to their feminine energy and their sensual energy. So I took that coaching program and I revised it and I expanded it and I made it into an awesome book that women can download. It's actually over 200 pages. So even though right now it's only available in electronic form as an ebook that you can instantly download, this is a book. Okay, I created a book. It's over 200 pages, all right? So I just wanted to give a little insight and sneak peek for here. So the cover, introduction, table of content. So the way the book is broken up is that there are 4 different weeks. Each week has a different theme. The first week is pleasure. The second week is juicy. The third week is sexy. And the fourth week is orgasmic. And there's a different exercise for every day in that particular week that connects to that theme. And all of these exercises are grounded in specific Taoist and Tantric sacred sexual techniques and practices, along with my own, chef's flavor in here that I mixed it up to make these ancient principles and practices applicable to this modern day age, that we can actually do these things in this day and age. So the exercises are designed for you to be able to do them in about maybe 15 or 30 minutes a day, because I want all women to develop a sensual self-care practice and to make their sensual self-care priority and something that they do every single day. And there's also a chapter in the book that is just focused on the menstrual cycle. So I actually give you practices and things that you can do to honor your sacred moon time, your sacred time of the month that many of us have been taught is a curse or nasty or dirty, which is like such BS, okay? So I want women to connect to their sacred moon time. There's also a chapter in here, that prescribes a sacred sexual ritual that you can do with a partner. So all of your other practices are pretty much solo practices. They're about you tapping into your sensual energy for you. Though I do sprinkle some little tips on how a partner can join in the fun, but it's mostly for you. But there is a specific chapter that gives you techniques and actually prescribes a sacred sexual ritual that you can do with a partner. And I share a juicy short story about my first time having sacred sex. So it's all in here, okay? All right. So here's the introduction to my book on being wet. On August 7th, 2020, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion released a controversial song by the name of WAP, which is an acronym for Wet Ass Pussy. The world literally went crazy. Conservatives branded it disgusting and vile, and one congressional hopeful claimed it made him want to pour holy water in his ears. Others in the media embraced it as a message of feminine empowerment and sexual liberation. Despite the bleeding ears of conservatives, WAP has gone on to break records and go quintuple platinum. Seeing the outrage of people, particularly men, on my social media timeline made me laugh. Would you rather have dry ass pussy? I wanted to know. For one thing, all the controversy showed me that folks are still afraid of the pussy and women speaking freely about their pleasure. And God forbid anybody mention lubrication. I believe that a wet ass pussy is a healthy pussy, and we should all proudly be connected to our WAP. In this book, however, we're going to expand the idea of wetness. More than just vaginal lubrication, wetness is a way of being. It is a vibration. When I'm wet, I'm dripping in sensual bliss and feminine pleasure. I'm easily aroused by the sensation of opening up to receive all the goodness of life. This goodness looks like many different things, from a good nap, a beautiful bouquet of roses, a hot bath with lavender oil and sea salt, some yummy Ethiopian food, or me riding in ecstasy on top of my lover. Whatever the experience, I allow myself to be penetrated. I hold my quaking legs open and receive every sensation, every ripple, every charge. I am in tune with the energy flowing in and through me. I allow myself to receive all the joy, ecstasy, and every good thing. Being wet, however, is not just about fulfilling what some may mislabel as hedonistic desires. When I am wet, I receive all my emotions, even the ones that don't feel so good, because after all, where would the light be without the dark? I allow myself to love me and accept all of me. If sadness, worry, or fear or anger decide that they want to pull up a seat at the table, I do not ignore them. I treat them with respect. I make them a plate too. I witness them. I do not repress, squelch, or suppress. I know they also have something important to say. I know that in times of contrast, something is being birthed within me. There is a lesson, and it is a gift if I am still and quiet enough to receive it. I allow myself to be wet with tears. I allow myself to be cracked open to myself. I allow myself to marvel at my own ability to heal, grow, be a mess, get messy, and expand beyond whatever I thought was possible before. This ability to expand is a secret power of wetness. It is an internal expansion that floods my entire being and spills outward. I am so aroused and turned on from within that I do not necessarily need others to play in my water park. This wetness can benefit my lovers, and there is no doubt that I thoroughly enjoy sharing the gift of my juiciness with those that are worthy. But I know more than anything, I am my own lover first. I know more than anything, I choose me first. I know more than anything, I'm seeking to please me and pleasure me first. This is the journey of wetness, that others may swim in my overflow, but I marinate in the cup. When I walk by, you may touch the hem of my garment and become drenched. That my mere presence would inspire others to get wet too. This is what I want for you, dear goddess. This is why I created this book. I want you dripping wet. In fact, we will go on a 30-day journey together in which you will be swimming in a sea of your wetness. I want you to know that you are worthy of feeling good. I want you to know that no matter what is going on in your life or the world, pleasure is your birthright. I want you to know that no matter how dried up and stressed out you may feel from day to day, there is an oasis ready to hydrate you. Okay, so hope you enjoy that excerpt from the intro from my book, Wet. Please go to the link in my bio. You can click the link, you can download it and access it right now, along with all the bonuses that come along with it. There are 8 instructional videos, 4 audio meditations, a private Facebook group where you can ask questions and we can dialogue and form goddess sisterhood around these topics, and 3 months of monthly calls, Q&A calls, where we can come together and discuss it, discuss the exercises, I will be leading powerful goddess rituals and meditations. So please join me in getting wet. Hope to see you there. Talk to you soon.